Good evening. My name is David. I'm a student at the University of Phoenix, and I'm here tonight to do a presentation on a health education plan through community education for my case study family. We're going to use their first letters of their first name for privacy measures, H and G, and they're an elderly couple that live here locally in a small town in Minnesota. H, he is a retired lawyer, 86 years old, and he is suffering from Alzheimer's disease. His wife is named G, and she's 93 years old, a retired nurse, and we're here to have a education plan for them and to get them some services to help them here in the local community. So the case study family here, the toolkit that I'm going to use tonight, I wanted something to benefit the adult learner, and G, as a retired nurse, I thought this would really benefit her and her caregiver services, because she is the primary caregiver to H with his Alzheimer's disease. Her grown children, they're not local. They all live out east on the East Coast, and so she doesn't have a family support group here locally. So she is the primary caregiver to H here with his Alzheimer's disease. She does all his cares. She does all the bills, the housework. She does all the errands that have to be done during the week, the laundry services. She takes them to their doctor's visits, their dental cares. So relatively, good health physically, but cognitively, H is in the later stages of his Alzheimer's disease. Doesn't have a lot of social outings or support that way either, related to his confusion. And G, with being so busy with the caregiver services, she likes to play cards with some of her friends, but hasn't done that in a few months now, just because it's gotten too difficult for her to get out. So the tool that I chose tonight was I went to our local library, started researching on care for Alzheimer's services, and I ran across an online service. Started with Alzheimer's Association of America. They had some great information, but I kept digging. Went through the library, went online services there, looked through some videos for them. That was all great, but it was just basic information about Alzheimer's disease, and I wanted to make this a more personal care plan for them. And so I ran across the online service here that's called Home Instead Senior Care Services, and it's through caregiverstress.com is where I found it online. And this service, it really takes a personal approach for each patient and each Alzheimer's patient and their caregivers. Supplies information on anything from literature on caregiver strategies, daily routines, vacations, how to plan for vacations for the Alzheimer's patient and their families, holidays, big groups or small groups, communication techniques, discussing the diagnosis and what that means for each member of the family, for the caregiver, for the patient himself. Excuse me. How about communication with children? Young children with Alzheimer's victims, they all respond differently. How about activities of daily living? That's very important. Daily living skills and cares for eating habits, bathing techniques, dressing, incontinence issues. All that information is right on this service, and you kind of point and click, and it opens up different websites through that online service and gives you information and strategies of how to go about care planning for your loved ones. How about behavioral changes? causes, things that set us off, or the patient off. So we can kind of plan of how many, how much company or not to have over. Okay. So with this system, with this toolkit and this online service, there's blog services, so you can contact your doctors and your healthcare team directly, and then blog back and forth. What's happening today? What are my questions? What are my concerns? And excuse me. You can go online and then talk to your care providers right online, and get the answers that you want. Videos, informational videos. So if you're tired of just reading material and reading it online or in brochure form, you can go, they have videos, video library of information, basic information about Alzheimer's, all the way up to, like you say, the strategies, techniques, family get-together plannings, what do we do at an end of life for the Alzheimer's patient. Also education materials that provide 1-800 numbers. You know, what if I want to talk to someone in person? There's the 1-800 number on there, so you can talk to someone live on the phone as well. And that's one of the reasons also, you know, that we picked this. So you have options. You can go online, you can blog with your care providers, you can talk to them in person, or you can make it your own any time of day. You know, she can go online, say, well, you know, I need some strategies on you know, bathing. What's safe? What's a safe routine? Go on there, get some tips on those simple things. So how did we get the family set up with this, and what was our strategy to complete the health tool education? So what I did, because I wanted the whole family involved, and because the whole family doesn't live here locally, they're all out east, the children are out east, and the parents are here with me, we set up a conference call. So we got on the phone, we were able to put everyone on speakerphone so everybody could hear this presentation, ask any questions that they might have. They're all getting the same information from the same online site. Like I say, all the strategies, all the numbers to call for help, the blog services, they can hear it all together, answer any questions that they may have or concerns, so that they can take part in this plan as well. Even though they're not here locally, they can care plan long distance with their mother to help care for their father, or give ideas. You know, two heads are better than one. Well, in this case, you know, you've got the 3 adult children and their families out east. They can all get online and blog together, or any time of day they can get on this site and create a care plan that's best for them and their family. So some of the questions that kind of came up with this. G asked, you know, how will I remember the online address to this? And so, like with many things, we wanted it easily accessible. So we wrote it down, and in this case, we posted it right on the refrigerator with a magnet right next to her emergency numbers, her family members' phone numbers. We put the online address and the 1-800 number right up there with all her emergency numbers. Another question that came up: what if I need to talk to a real person? And that's what that 1-800 number is for. You can call anytime to Home Instead Senior Care Services, and you can talk to one of their nurses or caregivers right over the phone. Another question came from G: can my family be involved with this online service? And that's why we set up the conference call, is so that everybody can get the information, the same information that I'm giving H and G. The children also are getting it at the same time, and they can go online, like I said, anytime, night or day. Just go on, um, blog, or just point and click, bring up a communication or an activities or a video, anything that they want, anything that they have questions on, they can just point and click, get that information easily. So that was, basically what I spent most of the week researching. Is this going to benefit? How easy? How accessible is it? And is there backup? Is there, and there is. There's the 1-800 number where you can talk to a live person. Now, one of the ways that I know that H&G and the family members understood the information I gave to them, was partly with their questions. They asked good questions. I sat down with them on video and conference call, and I went through it all with them right on. Gave them the address, had everyone had their computers open, and I had G sitting here right with me. So I got online to Home Instead Senior Care, and I brought up their site, clicked through, showed her how to kind of click through some of the services available, and then I let her do it, just kind of research and point and click to what interested her on some of the highlighted, underlined activities that were highlighted, and she caught on real quick. So I know she understood, and with the questions she had, that can I do this? Can I do this? You can't make a mistake on it. If you click on it, it comes up. You can just backtrack, just go back to the back page that you just came from. So and the children as well. They're in the healthcare field. One is a doctor, one is a dentist, and the other is followed in the father's footsteps, is a lawyer, has his practice out there. So they're all very computer literate, and so it was very easy for them. While we were talking, they got on their computers, and they all got online as well. So I feel very confident that they understand how to move through the program. We logged out, and I had Mrs. G log back on, and she was able to do that very easily. She's kind of, even though she's retired nurse, she created care plans through her whole career, and so this was not much different. Just showed her a little bit of how to get online and move through the computer for her. So that was one way that we used to make sure that she understood, and just repeated back, and then she wrote down. I had her actually write down in her own writing so she could read it, the online address. I had her write down the 1-800 numbers, and then I had her put it in a place that I know that she's going to be able to find it and access it, which was in this case right on the refrigerator next to her emergency numbers and her children's phone numbers that she calls. So that's pretty much how I allocated my time throughout the week. Was just trying to find a way for this couple, this elderly couple, to have something that was easily accessible, easy to understand, and that was going to benefit them right now. They could get online and they could see it right now and apply it as soon as they got offline with those different tips. And they could go on and blog their doctor, type right in and send it, just like emailing, and so on. There was multiple benefits to this, and it was easily accessible to the couple and to the family, and so that is why I chose an online toolkit for this family. And that ends my presentation for tonight, and I thank you for listening. Thank you.